So Gary, we were just having a conversation about what is wrong with politics nowadays and the political system as a whole. I was just interested to find out what your views were about politics.
Well, I think there's two aspects. One, what's happening is a complete miracle in terms of the evolution of political systems from absolute rulership to democratic party systems. So I absolutely celebrate democracy, and I think it's fantastic. And for all its failings, I think the present political system is pretty good on the whole. However, I, like Rosie, believe there is a paradigm shift happening on this planet, and we're moving from adversarial politics to consensus politics. We're moving from collective decisions to individual decisions, and we're learning skills and consultation, which will result eventually in a total new political matrix, as was aspired to in the Scottish politics, but they got sort of... So this paradigm shift is being promoted by the Baha'i system, which promotes consultative democracy at grassroots, national root and international level. And where that system is really excellent, it doesn't assume that anyone has total access to knowledge. It assumes everyone's got a partial aspect to knowledge. And it assumes that if we share our understandings, we're likely to get a better sort of practical outcome in terms of an objective decision, not resulting from I'm right and you better believe me, as the great Blairite process was, the cult of the individual, but as a consequence of everyone sharing their opinions, not giving it their emotion, not identifying it with their emotion, and allowing the group to arrive at a useful and practical decision from that position. So it's sort of that's the democratic process is what, and it's developing the democratic process, which I hope, I know will happen, is happening.
Do you think in order to bring back this collective decision making, as you were saying, it would be better to elect an independent candidate?
I think an independent candidate has, I think an independent candidate in a mature democracy can definitely work. What is happening in places like Iraq and everything, or in Northern Ireland where I come from, that democracy is bedevilled by small-minded, emotional pygmies who don't actually allow a democratic process to take place at all. They're democratic in name, but not in actuality. So people of maturity and richness of Dr. Ford will bring a lot to the process. So I would say that there's a bigger dimension happening here, which is all current policies, all current politics or mature democracies are based on a foundational morality which hitherto was given by Christianity and is now the Christian worldview has been relativized in terms of the Islamic worldview, the Hindu worldview and the Buddhist worldview. And in the process, people are losing sort of their moral compasses in really interesting and complex ways, partly through confusion and partly because we're going through a process of change. Now, I suppose what I see eventually happening is a sort of a development of a world wisdom, a world integrity, a world morality, which I would see is, I see its primary driver is in fact the Baha'i revelation, which is you probably never heard of. It's an interesting thing. I could talk to you later about it.
Yes, very much so.
Anyway,
I was interested about what you said about moral compass.
Yeah.
How a lot of politicians seem to have lost it.
Yeah.
Do you think the advantage of Stephen Ford is that since he's from the community and has worked here for the past 20 years, he's more apt to govern in a way that people can rely on, in an honest way?
Yeah, I suspect that he's got a gorgeous moral compass, and as long as he can hold on to it. But you know what Lord Acton says? All power corrupts, absolute power corrupts.
Yes, very much so.
Absolutely. So as long as he don't get sucked in, and the devil can suck you in interesting and subtle ways. And that's what we live with. So, I say,
Stephen Ford will be okay.
Go, Steve.
Go, Steve.
You can do it.
Brilliant.